Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Dr. Josh Jackson. He's with the University of Kentucky, Ag Engineering Specialist there. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, Josh, I know you have a new publication out and you've done a lot of work with drones and utilizing drones on the farm. But part of that is probably making sure that we have some type of drone insurance when we have one of these.
Yep. Just kind of exploring this area, but drone insurance is a must as accidents will occur. And like for commercial agricultural operators, they need to protect themselves from financial ruin due to claims caused by drone accidents.
And so when we talk about drone insurance, are we talking about insuring the drone itself? Because sometimes those can be costly if we were to, run into a tree or something like that with those.
Some of your homeowners insurance will cover your drone activities. However, you have to check the policy as there's some exclude drone coverage for commercial activities. So if we're operating on the farm for like our commercial business interests, they may not cover the activity. So a separate policy may be needed as there are various aspects that need to be covered. You mentioned that hull insurance or the physical damage insurance. That's needed to cover the drone itself and the sensors. And there's other damage against water damage, crashing into the tree. But if you're carrying especially valuable payload, like a really expensive camera, you might actually have to get a separate policy for that payload because it might be more cost effective because they might consider the depreciation differently, which might get you a better cost potentially.
And so probably just be best to talk to your insurance agent, whoever that is, and find out what would be the best policy and what coverage you might already have.
Exactly. And there's actually some, that are online where they cover that whole insurance, the physical damage, but they actually require you to send in the damaged drone as part of that insurance policy for you to get a new one. And so for that one, you have to really consider, is the drone going to be crashed where it's recoverable? Can you actually go back there and get it? So that's something you have to think about. If you're in an area where you think you may not be able to recover the drone, you might have to get specific coverage for loss or runaway insurance for that loss or theft for the drone. So be sure to especially know what is covered by your policy. And for the drone insurance, there's quoted in several different ways. So it could be hourly, it could be monthly, or annually, like a typical insurance policy. So if you're a smaller drone operator, not doing a whole lot of flights, having an hourly or monthly subscription might be preferred since you only may be operating during the summer or in times of receive specific interest. And then also thinking about aviation-based liability insurance.
Explain that a little bit. Like what incidents would we have to utilize that type of insurance?
So it'd be incidents where you have bodily injury or property damage or even personal injury claims. So bodily injury is going to cover the medical expenses associated with a crash. And then property damage, if you hit the house or the vehicle or car, whatever it may be, it'll cover those. And I think, something we don't think about is the personal injury coverage. So where you have like potentially invasions of privacy, slander, or libel, psychological based claims, we really want to make sure we have some kind of personal injury coverage.
Because I could see where these drones could really benefit a farm utilizing it. But I can also see where you might have a neighbor or somebody down the road say, hey, I need help. Come bring your drone on to my property. And so you would probably need to check to make sure that it covers the drone on your property, or if you go to somebody else's property, do you still have coverage there?
Yep. And really getting that liability, make sure you have the proper liability and hull insurance. I mean, really checking into those. And I won't even take off if I didn't have some type of coverage for that. If I'm definitely flying on another individual's property. It gets even further complicated by if we have a sprayer drone where there's potential for drift, we're transporting chemicals.
Power lines is also another thing that we probably need to be really cautious of.
Yep, and that has to do with sometimes we call it what we call it the situational awareness. So being aware of your surroundings, what hazards are there, and how do you avoid them?
All right. Well, certainly appreciate the information and all the work that you're doing. If people want to know more information about utilizing drones on their farm, where should they go?
I should go check out some of our prior pubs, and we have more pubs coming out here on the cost of drones and potentially what you need to do for insurance.
All right. Well, we appreciate the information. And if you have any questions, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.